Dziękuję. Ready for Warsaw?
Yes.
Alright guys, so we are all checked out of our hotel in Malbork and we're in the train station now waiting for our train to Warsaw. Let's go to the capital of Poland. Figured we would show you guys the reality, the glamorous reality of full-time travel. We went for the cheapest possible train ticket from Malbork to Warsaw, and that means that we are literally sitting in basically storage in the hallway.
I identify as a suitcase now.
Yes. Let's go. Okay guys, so we just checked into our self-check-in into a capsule hotel in Warsaw, and they really meant it by capsule.
Well,
check this room out.
It's not an actual capsule, it's still a room, but
it's
like...
still a room, but like... This is... this is it. This is the room.
Let me try and put my...
It's unbelievably small. This is the glorious side of full-time travel, as we just showed you on the train, the way we traveled on the train, and this is the way that we're sleeping for the next 3 nights here in Warsaw.
2 backpacks basically and a bed. That's all that fits into this room.
It's crazy. Literally just... yeah, that's it.
At least we have a nice bed.
Oh, it's been a long day, so we'll see you guys in the morning. We're gonna head off to bed and then we'll catch up tomorrow morning and explore beautiful Warsaw.
Good night. Good morning from Warsaw. We slept surprisingly good. It kind of felt like we had our own fortress or something like that, like a pillow type of fortress, you know, the type that you would build when you were like 5 years old or something like that. So an absolutely amazing stay here in Warsaw. And the first step on our list today, as you can see in the back here, is going to be the Palace of Culture and Science.
Let's go, guys.
Let's do this.
The Palace of Culture and Science is definitely a monstrous building. It's 237 meters tall, which makes it the second tallest building in all of Poland after Warsaw. So we're very excited to check out some panoramic views from the top of this bad boy.
I hope they have an elevator. This place is crazy popular. There are so many people here. Check it out. Also make sure to buy the tickets first. So there's like 2 entrances, one where the long queue is and one on the right, where you have to go and get the tickets first and then queue up for the elevator. We are here pretty late in the day because we kind of slept in a little bit. So
the beds were too nice.
Yeah, the bed was way too nice. So make sure that you come here early. Don't make the same mistakes as we do. After about 1 hour of queuing, we managed to get all the way up to the tower, and let me tell you something, it is worth it. Check this out. Warsaw has so many skyscrapers, it's actually crazy. And this is, I believe Luke already said that it's the 2nd largest in Poland, but like I'm wondering which one from here the largest is. The one directly across from here kind of looks like it might be a little bit larger because it has a very high tip, but I'm not sure if that's the highest.
As always in a YouTube video, it's really hard to get across the sheer brilliance and excellence of a certain situation, and this is just simply epic, mind-blowing, unbelievable views. Now this building of the Palace of Science and Culture, it was established or built in the 50s, so it is kind of almost like a Stalin-esque type of building, and it looks very like sort of reminiscent of a communist period. that's my personal thing of checking and looking at the building and being like, okay, that's what that looks like. I think a lot of people have the presumption that this is a pretty ugly building, but me and Naomi think it's really interesting, really cool, and the views up here are something else. It's just, I am actually genuinely speechless because of what I'm looking at right now. You can literally see 360 panoramic views over all of Warsaw, and you can see for miles because of how clear this weather is. Oh, location number 1 for the day has been ticked off of our list. Be prepared for queues. I know we came here in the middle of the day, so typical tourist mistake to make when you come to a large city such as Warsaw. There was plenty of queues. I think in total we must have been around an hour and a half standing in queues, but nonetheless the views were well worth it. Now let's go and check out Warsaw Old Town.
We made it to the historic center, or the old town of Warsaw, and immediately it kind of feels like life slows down a little bit, because obviously in the center part of Warsaw it is a little bit more of a fast-paced life. It is the capital of Poland, so here it immediately feels like people are a little bit more relaxed. People are kind of chilling out on the stairs, sitting around on benches, just taking in the absolutely stunning view that you can see here behind me. And you have some people even jamming with their saxophones in the back. Absolutely stunning vibe.
Now just over here in the distance you have Stadium Narodowy, which is where a lot of the soccer games take place. Soccer is a huge thing, as many of you will know, in Poland. I believe there's a very large hooligan scene in Poland as well. We've been actually warned about hooliganism. Many different cities that we've gone to, we've been told to avoid being in certain areas if there is a football game on, for example. So seeing that stadium definitely reminded me of all those comments from you guys.
I was telling Luke just there as well that today is actually the very first day since we arrived in Poland, so nearly 3 months, that we actually feel hot. It is so hot that I am wearing a dress, obviously. Luke is wearing a t-shirt and shorts, and it's still too warm.
Extremely warm, yeah.
Kind of feel like summer actually kicked off right now.
The old town of Warsaw is truly a special place, and it can be considered the historic core of Warsaw itself. This was a city that was 80% destroyed during World War II and then rebuilt, and here in the old town you can really gather some of that history and feel really deeply about what this city has gone through. And it's been very high on our list to go on a wander through Warsaw's old town, and that's exactly what we're doing. We have perfect weather for it, and this place is beautiful.
The old town of Warsaw really offers lots and lots of very interesting architecture. You have parts of the old city wall all along the core basically, and a lot of the buildings here have like different types of decorations on the wall and so on. So it's really interesting to just take a walk and look around and pay a lot of attention to what the buildings actually look like.
So we decided to come down here to the banks of the Vistula River, or the River Wisła, and it is an absolutely stunning day here in Warsaw, so we decided to stop off. I got myself a nice iced tonic espresso. What did you get?
I got a maracuja mango yogurt smoothie, but that's the laugh.
But how beautiful is the view onto this river? It's so nice, it's amazing. Warsaw, you are beautiful, such a nice city. And the Vistula Boulevard, or all the walk all along this amazing river, is supposedly amazing, especially in the evenings and nighttime here in Warsaw, because Warsaw is supposed to have some incredible nightlife, lots of bars, nightclubs, etc.
You can even see a beach over there in the distance. I believe There are a lot of people kind of swimming right now in the river itself, so I think in the summertime this would be the perfect spot to cool down. We made it to the grounds of the Royal Castle of Warsaw, which seems to be absolutely for free. We just kind of walked through the back gate there. I hope we didn't have to pay tickets, but I assume not. So the grounds itself are for free, but I assume if you want to go in, you will have to buy a ticket. There's also a random guy in a panda costume dancing around the grounds here, which is super funny. It is the best day ever today.
The grounds of the Royal Castle of Warsaw are just simply magnificent. You have beautiful open green spaces, and you can really see the money that went into this place. All of these amazing gardens. You have a wonderful fountain there as well, and you even have these crazy looking lawnmowers.
The Royal Robotic Lawnmower.
Check this out. Perfectly culling all of the grass, but look at this building. It's really epic. Definitely actually one of the highlights I think so far. Just standing out here you really get a sense of the grandeur of this place, and wandering around Warsaw, it is a really epic city. We were told once again by quite a few Polish people that Warsaw is a relatively boring capital city and there's not much really to see and do, and to be honest I think it's really beautiful and it definitely has its own charm. I think it's actually a pretty amazing city. If you compare it to a lot of the places that I myself have been to or we have been to in Europe, this is definitely up there in terms of cool cities to check out. That castle is really awesome. Definitely well worth the stopover if you do get the chance while you're in Warsaw, just even to walk around the grounds. Something that was recommended to us to check out is the Warsaw Uprising Museum as well, if you do want to get a sense of the history and sort of where Warsaw, the city itself, truly comes from historically. Because we have this amazing weather today, I don't think we're going to be checking that one out, but we are going to go on a bit more of a wander around this wonderful city. Strolling through the wonderful old town of Warsaw, and we appear to have found the Rynek, or the main square area. This place is beautiful. Check out some of the amazing buildings here. Wow. The vibe in general here in the Warsaw Old Town is just something else. Plenty of restaurants and cafes for you to check out, and something that I've noticed as well about Warsaw, they have no shortage of museums. The Warsawy Museum is right there, and there's plenty of other ones for you to check out and learn all about the history of this amazing place.
It's incredibly how inviting the old part of Warsaw really is. You just really want to kind of sit down and relax, like every 200 meters, get a coffee here, get a piece of cake there, you know, just live in the laugh.
Yeah, for sure. Warsaw seems to be just a real sort of metropolitan paradise almost. As I said, I heard very mixed feelings from plenty of Polish people that I talked to. A lot of them said, oh, don't go here, you're not going to like it. But I think Warsaw is really interesting. It has a lot of character, a lot of charm, and a lot of things that I wasn't expecting. I wasn't expecting such a casual, laid-back vibe to a city like this. Check this water thing out.
You think the fountain still works? No.
No?
No water is coming out.
It's all dried up. But yeah guys, let's go on a little bit of a walk through the old town. I want to show you guys a little bit more of a raw feel, I don't want to over edit this video because I do want to try and get across what Warsaw is like right now in summer 2022. It's really beautiful, to be honest. It's probably up there with my favorite cities in Poland already. We've only been exploring here for roughly around 4 or 5 hours. Spider-Man. There's plenty of things to do, as I just said. Loads of places, bars, restaurants, places to get zapiekanki, ice cream.
Lodi.
The vibe here is really great.
I'm actually not sure how to pronounce Lodi properly. I'm pretty sure it's not Lodi.
Lodi.
Lodi?
Lodi.
Zapiekanka place.
Yeah, zapiekanka is definitely a must-have. We had plenty of zapiekanka when we were in the south of Poland in Zakopane.
We probably ate our own body weight in Polish food by now. It has been like nearly 3 months and we ate it all.
Yeah, that's actually something worth mentioning. Warsaw is our 15th city that we have visited in Poland. We've been here now for roughly 2.5 months and we've been to 15 different cities. And already I can tell you guys that I'm putting Warsaw in the top 5. It's really, really nice. Something I want to add to this video as well. We are literally we just arrived here a few hours ago. As you guys saw, we just literally slept in our hotel, got up, and now we're exploring this city. So we're seeing everything with totally fresh eyes as tourists. So if we do miss anything, let us know. I'm sure we're missing out on so many different things because we always get comments on our videos when we come to a new city and we miss a whole bunch of stuff, and we get people commenting down below like, you didn't show anything of the city, man. But we are just enjoying the city as tourists, enjoying it, and it's really beautiful, and we just want to show you guys what it's like. Okay?
Chillax.
This part of the old town, it seems kind of like the entry point to the old town, and it is absolutely a beautiful area. You have all of this sort of step area over here where plenty of young people are just hanging out, relaxing and enjoying the sunshine. And you do have a viewing terrace or a viewpoint of the old town up here on this little tower, which I'm sure is absolutely amazing. You have the old town wall as well, and that actually stretches genuinely. There's plenty of this to see and check out. It stretches all the way around to the Barbican of the old town, which we actually walked through at some point in this video. But this place is just amazing. And as I said earlier, you have the view over onto the really cool football stadium as well. That's actually something that we would have loved to dive deeper into in our Poland videos, into the kind of hooliganism aspect of Polish football, because I know it is a big sort of talking point for a lot of Poland. My stepfather is from Rzeszów, and he has said so many times he actually worked as a journalist in Poland for quite some years, and he covered plenty of soccer games, and he always told me about the hooligan scene. So really interesting aspect to Poland there for you guys. Look at this place. It doesn't get better than this. The sheer size of Warsaw is pretty astounding. There's roughly around 1.7 million people living here, which is pretty crazy. The city where I'm from, Dublin, Ireland, there's roughly around 1 million. So to give you the idea of the size of this place, it's pretty nuts when you compare it to a city like Dublin, Ireland, where I'm from. Now, because of that, we're definitely going to be splitting this over 2 videos. So you're probably going to be watching this one right now, which is the first one. So make sure that you turn on the notification bell and hit that red subscribe button so you do see the follow-up videos that we have got coming your way.
Because of the size of Warsaw, I would suggest you guys as well, if you do want to come and visit, to get used to the tram system and the bus system that they have here. There's loads of public transport available. Luke and I unfortunately made the decision to walk everywhere today because it's so sunny, and we didn't really enjoy that much sun over the last 3 months, so we were like, all right, today is a walking day. But it is a very expansive city. It's very large, and I'm not sure if we're going to regret that decision tomorrow.
Oh, we're soaking it in, baby. I'm gonna have a really bad sunburn tomorrow. This guy has been following us around all throughout Poland. If you've been watching our videos, a lot of you guys have been saying that we've been following in the footsteps of Copernicus, and here he is again. Hey!
What a stalker. It wouldn't be a Two Mad Explorer video without some food in the video as well. We are at a milk bar once again. I think those are our favorite restaurants by far, but this time we got a kompot. It's actually the first time that we have gotten it after nearly 3 months in Poland. I've seen it all over Poland being served, but I never actually tried it. So, ooh, it's very nice. It tastes a little bit like a cold tea with berries, maybe?
Cheers, babe. Cheers to you guys for watching us. Oh yeah, fruity and delicious. And it goes great, I'm guessing, with this amazing Polish food. Milk bars, the best. So good. This is really, really amazing. The great thing about milk bars as well is that you always pay such a small amount of money for such a great tummy warming meal. Don't know if you can see that at all, but it was a very small amount of money. We'll pop the amount up here on the screen for you guys. So good.
That was legitimately one of the tastiest meals that we had in Poland, and surprisingly it was the cheapest as well.
It was less than €9.
Yeah, it came down to like 39 zloty and some grosze, I don't know. So like €8,
Whatever
48,
yeah.
Something like that.
Insane.
Very, very affordable and super delicious.
Yeah, but that's basically it. It's day one of us exploring Warsaw. Both of us are really tired. We've been walking around Warsaw now for like 6 hours. It's a huge city, so we're going to be exploring more in our next video. As I said, there's one more video coming from Warsaw. We're going to be filming tomorrow as well and bringing you guys around a couple of the different districts here in Warsaw, so stay tuned for that. Get
ready for Luke's sunburn as well. You can already see it now.
Yep,
if you're lucky enough, Luke will be purple by tomorrow, like Tinky Winky from the Teletubbies.
Like Patrick from SpongeBob. But that's it from us today, guys. My name is Luke.
My name is Naomi.
We are the Two Mad Explorers.
And this is your reminder to keep exploring.
We'll see you guys in the next video.
Thanks for watching.
Ciao.